The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guest do not reflect those of the host, the show, the management, and the network.
Hello, hello! Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Thanks God, it's Friday. It's another edition of Hearts That Listen Friday. Ngayon pong gabi ay meron po tayong bisita at special pong bisita natin ngayong gabi na to. And she will talk more about of her advocacies and her love and her devotions on this. And at may kasama po ako ngayong gabi, si Tita Olive. Tita O, kumusta po? Bati-bati po tayo sa ating audience.
Mabuti naman. Magandang gabi sa ating viewers. Maricon, ano ba pagkakakilala mo sa guest natin ngayong gabi?
Yan, nagkakaroon tayo ng technical problem. Anyway, Tita O, hello. Bati ka po muna sa ating audience. Ayan. So, ito yung problema natin sa ating internet connections.
Okay. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Biyernes na naman. Hearts That Listen.
Yan. Anyway, Tita O, good evening. Tita O. Yun, bago po, hindi po nakakapasok sa stream si Tita O. Anyway, so sa lahat po ng audience namin, pwede po kayo makipag-comment sa amin sa chat box below and then message us. Yun. Tapos pwede po kayo mag-share. Live po tayo sa YouTube, live po tayo sa Facebook at Twitch. Tita O, bati po muna tayo sa ating audience.
Nakakailang bati na ako. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Mariko, naririnig mo ba ako?
Tita O, bati po muna tayo sa ating audience.
Nakakailang bati na ako. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Diyos ko, ano ang problema ng ating internet? Tita, introduce mo na ang ating guest.
Yes, oo. Ngayong gabi, ang guest po natin ay actually popular po siya nung kapanahunan niya sa showbiz industry. Pero nagbago ho siya ng linya. Siya po ang founder ng CORA, Communities Organized for Resource Allocation. Siya rin po ang founder ng The Sustainable Planet. At the same time, she passionately advocates for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, speaking about urgent global challenges pertaining to plastic pollution, climate change, gender equality, mental health, and sustainability. Yung guest po natin ngayon, walang pagod, walang sawa, kasi katatapos lang po niya ng Planet Cora na webinar, and after her stint there, nandito na siya sa atin. Without much ado, guest po natin ngayon, walang pagod, walang sawa, kasi katatapos lang po niya ng Planet Cora na webinar, and after her stint there, nandito na siya sa atin. Yes. Gusto ko pong ipakilala si Miss Antoinette.
Yay! Hello, Anthony.
Po sa inyong
Good
lahat.
evening. Yes.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here with you, Tita O and Miss Con. And of
Hello.
course, sa lahat ng mga viewers ng Talk Life channel. Maraming
Yeah.
salamat. At ang pagkakaalam ko nga po, it's Hearts That Listen Friday. Tama po ba?
Yes
Yeah.
po. Yes.
Thank you for having me here. At I love the title po talaga kasi in everything I do, sinasabi ko po sa lahat, always follow your heart. Di ba? Pero syempre still, use your mind pa rin. Use your mind and listen to the people around you that care about you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Maricon, mayroon ka bang itatanong kay Miss Tony?
Yeah, gusto ko lang kasi in-introduce mo na siya, tita, kung sino si Anthony Tos, ano yung kanyang ginagawa, sa kasikatan niya ng panahon. Sino ba talaga si Miss Anthony Tos? Ngayong, personally, sino ba talaga siya? Aside sa being artista, kasi ikaw yung kilala namin, at even ako nung panahon mo, nung sa 80s. So, 80s, 90s, yung mga
90s po, 90s po, Miss Con.
90s na ba? Naalala ko si Home Alone the Riles eh.
90s po, 90s. Okay, po yun.
Oo nga eh. Kapatid mo pala. Yes. Go ahead. Sino po si Miss Antoinette?
Oh my gosh, parang ang hirap po sagutin, pero in reality, I always tell everyone, I just feel like a normal human being, a human being like everyone else. Kasi even throughout my mental health journey that I'm very, very open about, parang yun na nga po eh. I feel like we all have the same experiences, we all have the same dreams, we all have the same wants and needs. And I just feel na sometimes the chaos and the stress of the world or the distractions of what could truly be important or not can like maybe throw us off. But in reality, pare-pareho lang po talaga tayong lahat, which is why we know that we all have the same capabilities and of course, sadly, not the same opportunities. But that's why we work together to help bring people together so that these capabilities can become a reality for those that also don't have it. So lahat naman po tayo may mga mission na ganyan. And actually, I just want to mention na one of the reasons why I'm even here with you po tonight is because of human beings like us po. And like I just mentioned, that actually care and also have the same goals. Sina Miss Nora Prado, sina Miss Weng, sina Rowena Osina Mina, they are our volunteers also at Cora. And I'm so grateful na through them, we've all been able to link and actually talk about the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. So once again, to me po, I feel like it's just a humble human being, just like all of you po.
Yeah. Miss Tony, may tanong sana ako sa iyo if you don't mind. How was your childhood?
Oh my gosh, what was it like? I would say it was a nice normal childhood naman po, like yung typical childhood naman po. And ang masasabi ko po would be that it was nice to grow up sa masasabi nating province, pero ngayon city na po, sa Angeles City. So parang nagkaroon po kami ng good mix of both city life and also provincial life. At alam naman natin dito sa Pilipinas, yun ang mga bagay na talagang treasure din talaga natin, being able to enjoy beautiful places, lalo na in areas like our provinces and the beautiful resources that we have in different areas of the Philippines. So Angeles City is home, and I was very, very close to my mom and my dad. Actually, both of them were very, very much hands-on parents. My brother, to this day, is my best friend, and also, syempre, alam niyo naman po, normal naman ang mga arguments na kapatid. Syempre, just like everyone else, but, he really is my BFF, my best friend, and my inspiration, and so much. What else about my childhood? I guess I would say na, ayan, saktong-sakto, Rolay Lazatin. Hindi ko na po nakita yung comment niya. Antoinette says, oy, superwoman who inspired a lot of people. Thank you, Rolay. So, Rolay Lazatin is actually an educator and a teacher at Holy Family Academy in Angeles City. So, dun po ako nag-aral. So, isa po ako, I guess, Catholic school girl din. And I'm very proud din po talaga of my childhood. But you know what? As a child din po, syempre, hindi ko po sasabihin na isa po akong anghel. I think when we were kids, we all have our moments of being a child. Syempre, makulit din po ako. Pasaway din po. naaalala ko po sa sobrang kadaldalan ko, which obvious na obvious right now, na-experience ko po yung talagang, ay, oh my gosh, napapanish po ako sa klase, nasusulat po ako sa board ng noisy. So yun, kasi katotohanan naman po. Pero yun nga po, sa awa ng Diyos, nagamit ko po yung kadaldalan ko nowadays to hopefully educate others or empower others with information.
Yeah.
But, and, a bit, yun po. I guess that's some of my childhood po.
Sa palagay mo, Miss Tony, ay ano yung values na hanggang ngayon dala-dala mo na galing sa magulang mo, sa mom mo, sa dad mo, sa family mo? Kasi malaking bagay yon who you are now, di ba? Tells of what you were then.
Oh my gosh. Actually, when we talk about Cora is actually the name of my mom. So ang sabihin po niya as an organization is Communities Organized for Resource Allocation. But pinangalan po talaga namin ng organization after my mom. And it's really because I guess, moms naman po talaga, masasabi natin, siya po talaga yung ilaw ng tahanan na tinatawag natin na pinagsasama-sama po talaga ang members ng family. And bukod lang sa family namin, she was just such a loving and giving person. Kumbaga, kahit ano pong mangyari, kung may humingi ng tulong, may nangangailangan, hindi po siya nag-hesitate ever. And it's one of the things that she emphasized, na no matter what, never hesitate or be afraid to help others. And kahit naman po ng kabataan ko, lahat siguro ng mga masasabi kong charity work na ginawa ko, it didn't really come straight from me because I feel, we all want to do our part. Pero my mom was really so passionate about it. So a lot of things that we did when we were young to help others was also because of the initiatives that she had started, that she had wanted us to begin, that she had wanted us to do. And when I lost her to cancer in 2004, when we lost her to cancer in 2004, that's really when I would say my story of my journey of mental health really began. Na hindi ko po na-realize nung time na yon for years na na-depress na po talaga ako, na I was really going through all these different challenges, mentally speaking. Kasi nung time na yun, napakalaki pa po ng stigma when it comes to mental health. Hindi po siya talaga dinidiscuss. So I guess that bond with my mom, her being my best friend, my mom, like my sister, my influence, kumbaga idol ko po siya, she was my hero, and suddenly losing her in just a span of 8 months really shifted po. Actually, yung title nga po ng episode, napaka meaningful din po talaga kasi nag-shift po talaga yung life ko nung nangyari yon, which leads us to where we are nga po today.
Yeah, okay. Tatanungin sana kita, paano kang napunta sa showbiz?
Oh! Pasensya po, ma'am. Yes po, actually, mami ko na naman po. Napakahilig po niya kumanta, sumayaw, umarte, at iba pa. Actually, dream niya when she was in her younger years na mag-enter din ng entertainment industry. Pero, syempre, ang dreams din po ng family namin, and I would say, I guess, yung destiny din niya, naiiba. So, she ended up in the culinary industry. Pero nung bata po ako, parati po niya akong tinuturuan, kino-coach, binibihisan, kasali po ako sa lahat ng mga programs sa school, at talaga pong kikay na kikay lahat ng outfit ko. So parang yung dreams po niya, gusto po niyang ma-fulfill sa amin. And then when I was 11 years old, yung dad naman po namin, mahilig po yan magbasa ng newspaper from end to end. As in, from the front cover to the back cover talaga, hindi niya palalampasin yan. So, noong mga panahon po na yon, may mga lumabas na audition para sa isang pelikula. It was called Kung Ako'y Iiwan Mo, starring Lorna Tolentino, Gabby Concepcion, Jaja Padilla, and Edu Manzano. So, yun po yung and the most special part of the movie was it was directed by Marilu Diaz-Abaya.
Yeah.
Yes, po, grabe. One of our legends talaga in entertainment. And the thing is, my dad saw the newspaper ad. Tapos biglang sabi lang niya sa mom ko, why don't you take the kids for an audition since you always bring them to these other auditions or VTRs? VTRs po yung mga tawag dun sa mga commercial kasi ayun po pala may naskip ako. Nung 4 years old pa lang ako, I started doing commercials. So my mom would also take me to Manila from Angeles pag mayroon po siyang business meeting. Sinasabay na po niya, nag-VTR na po ako. So I was able to do a few commercials when I was young. And yun nga po, leading up to that audition when I was 11, And because of that, so that movie was with Regal Films. Ayan. Kay Mother Lily po. At dahil po doon, I guess before, close po sa na Mother Lily at sina Mr. M. So, dinala po niya kami sa ABS-CBN para makilala si Mr. M right after that first movie. And I guess the rest is history na. Kumbaga, nangyari na po yung Ang TV, Okidoki Dok, hanggang sa yung Viva Days with TGIS, and so on and so on.
Yeah, oo.
Wow.
Maricon?
Napakaswerte niya. Yeah. Itatanong ko, so from nakapasok ka na sa showbiz, syempre maraming mga, hindi lang naman puro dire-diretso yung peak ng career mo. So may maraming struggles. Paano po hinandang ni Miss Tony yun before po kayo nag-shift to this present nyo ngayon na nasa advocacies na kayo?
Siguro, I'll start with when we were still working in entertainment in our younger years, napakalaking bagay po na talagang nakatutok sa amin yung parents namin. At lalong-lalo na po ang aming father naman kasi he was our manager. So, Daddy Jer. So, talaga po siya yung nakabantay sa amin kasi kondisyon po nila yun ng mommy ko na hindi po nila kami pa rin masasamahan, lalong-lalo na taga-Angeles kami, Metro Manila, napakalayo. So, honestly, I'm so grateful to God kasi syempre, it's also a blessing and a gift, and not everyone gets to have that gift as well. So thank you po, Lord, na our parents were able to be there for us when we were younger, and especially yun nga po, our dad being our manager. So that really helped guide us. But as a teenager and as a girl, oh my goodness gracious, once again, human beings, same things that everyone experiences, whether it's in high school, in school, kahit naman po nasa set, or sabihin nating entertainment industry, syempre ano pa rin naman yan, teenage years and young boys and young girls, and also, the normal, I would say, young drama, and also the fun of it too. So, yun po. And then, after that, moving on to the journey when my mom passed away, I'll try to make it as concise as I can, but I always say that I'm really grateful na kahit na I feel like I did lose my way. I became a different person. Nag-iba po yung personality ko, yung behavior po. From someone that was really always obsessed with just working, and always being with family or being at home, I turned into someone that was always going out and going to parties and things like that. And it was a clear behavior shift. And the thing is, not to say that going out and having fun is a bad thing, of course, but there was a clear behavior shift talaga because I was really much affected by what I was going through. And even if, let's say, I was in different spaces and challenges of my life, yun nga po, once again, thank you, Lord, because the 3 Fs, friends, family, and faith, were really there to keep me strong, to watch over me, to protect me, of course, from my relationship with the Lord, which didn't, also, of course, when you're in the dark, when you're in a bad place, or in a sad space, or when you're in the dark, yung tinatawag nating depression, pag meron tayong pinagdadaanan, lahat yan apektado. But now that I've gotten past it years later, and once again, I'm still continuously healing. I'm not completely over it. But now when I look back, I see that, thank you that I was protected by having family members that stood by me and supported me and didn't give up on me, even during the most challenging times. And of course, friends that were a good influence, that were protective, and that did not lead me astray either. So yun po, friends, family, and faith.
Tony,
Wow.
what made you decide to leave showbiz?
Actually, hindi ko po masabi na I left showbiz. Sa totoo lang, kasi I feel like I do get that question. I feel like, life is really a consistent and constant journey of maybe learning more, discovering new paths and new journeys, and of course also discovering ourselves. I feel like we also shed different layers of ourselves throughout life, and hopefully as we shed those layers, we're revealing more of who we truly are, who we're truly meant to be. So masasabi ko po parang yung painful years na yon that I went through so much led me to this path of what we are doing now, yung work po namin sa Quora, yung non-profit organization. But with that, it also just, I guess, revealed to me the joy that comes from it. Kasi I can't really say, like, everyone, when people say that, oh my gosh, what you do is amazing and you sacrifice. Honestly, yes, there are sacrifices. It's challenging, but more than anything, it truly brings so much joy to my heart. Kaya nga sabi ko po parang, wow, when I found out, from mental health experts that volunteerism is actually one of the best pathways to help heal from depression, from anxiety. Of course, not the only way. No matter what, professional help is always still the number one solution. But volunteerism helps. So hindi ko po na-realize na siguro po when I started doing this work, I was also healing. It gave me fulfillment and joy and meaning. And as I was thinking that I was there trying to help others and sacrifice to help others, parang ako pa po yung nag-heal, ako pa po yung na-uplift. So it became this cycle of just really wanting to be there even more and help impact more lives and hopefully maybe transitioning the journey into a new form of entertainment, like work that we've been doing lately with National Geographic, the work that we've done with CNN Philippines, hopefully bringing together the world of media and also advocacy po.
Yeah. Can you say na yung stint mo sa showbiz has helped you a lot in your choice of what you do now, what you love doing, like your advocacies? Nakatulong ba sa iyo? Yes. Go on, Miss Tony.
Tita, napakalaking bagay po siya. Say it's because of the platform. Entertainment is such a powerful platform. Grabe, kahit ako po, ang dami-dami ko pong iniidolo sa Pilipinas and across the world, sa iba-ibang bansa. And when we see, how we're influenced, kaya nga po ngayon yung word na influencer, totoo po yun, really do influence our decisions, our thoughts. We're on social media so much. So for me, parang being able to use that platform to hopefully talk about the things that not just affect me, but that affect the lives of others that are around us, our countrymen, and what's happening across the world. Hopefully, the entertainment form, the background, and that network bring more, hopefully, inspiration for others to believe that it's possible, that we all go through the same things, the same pains, the same joys. But if we work together, if we continue on in hope, kahit napakasakit na mga pangyayari sa paligid natin, things can always be better. And we will always find people that can help us lead us on our journey.
Yeah. Miss Tony, nung after ng showbiz stint mo sa Pilipinas, and I think you went to the US, di ba? Paano mo ginawang, what preoccupied you during your stay in the US? What made you busy?
Actually, one of the main reasons I'd also gone to the States, yes, I was also there because of my mother being sick. She was treated in the US po, and she also passed away there. But when it comes to my dreams and my work, I actually went there because of the entertainment industry as well. So I was able to do a number of different things, from acting to singing. So it was really an incredible experience. And also being able to work and perform with the Filipino community in entertainment, that's also in Los Angeles in the United States. So that itself as well was a huge learning experience, a huge adventure for me as well, and helped me move forward and heal from what I was going through also. No matter what, my craft, my singing, everything that I do, I feel like it will always be a part of me, and I hope that I can actually do more. So promise ko po yan, I'll be posting more singing, posting maybe more acting, but mostly more singing and more talking.
Maricon, you have something to ask?
Wala bang mga na-offer sa'yo ng mga programs, mga shows na related ngayon sa ginagawa mo? Let's for example, for the environment, parang show na related to that.
Actually, I was able to launch a show on CNN Philippines called Where to Next. So you can actually find the links to those episodes on my YouTube channel. So it's just youtube.com/ANTOINETTE. And makikita niyo po iba't ibang episodes. So in there, pinapakita po namin sa show how you can go around the Philippines by land. Kasi pag ginawa natin po yun by land, syempre yung mga destinations na mas malalapit, pwede rin po tayo maka-reduce ng ating carbon footprint. Tapos nakaka-support pa po tayo sa mga local destinations na that also benefit from ecotourism. And then another thing po is, I recently was able to do work with National Geographic naman po for the Planet or Plastic campaign nila globally. So really just talking about the effects of plastic pollution, and I hope also to do more work with them and other groups just like them to also talk about these issues even more. And not just that, also using my music as more of a platform as well to help inspire others. So, sana abangan po ninyo. I have some
Yeah.
exciting announcements
Wow, may
coming
bagong
soon
project.
about that po.
Oo nga.
Oo. While in the US, what made you come back na naman sa Pilipinas? Kasi
Sa Philippines.
you started already your advocacies in the US. Ano yung rason? Was it an option or a choice for you to come home?
Actually, oh my gosh, it wasn't supposed to be coming home. Dapat po bakasyon lang. So we were supposed to do a quick show for a homecoming vacation, taping lang po. Hanggang sa, oh my gosh, kinonvince na po kami ng lahat from our family to our friends. At ang sinasabi po nila before was, it's so easy naman to go back and visit the US anytime if you really need to go back for whatever reason. So nothing was really tying us down permanently there at the time as well. So it just really happened, baka meant to be din po, destiny, and I'm so grateful po talaga na nangyari din yun. But like everyone said before, once again nga po, it is really just there. Sadly, during the pandemic, we can't really travel right now, but someday, whatever's meant to be, ako naman po, I'm really open to the path that the Lord really sets forth. So, kung saan man po tayo destined to be, we should always try to be open to that rather than contradict it.
Yeah.
It'll bring more joy, and at the same time, hopefully, it's really meant for us talaga, for our pathway forward. And to answer po pala the question of Miss Gordon na I forgot, yes po, may mga offers din po sa mga tapings. Naku, huwag po kayong magtatampo sa akin, pero may mga nagtatanong nga po about doing some teleseries and things like that. But given din po yung current schedule ko, the dedication to my work, my obligations and responsibilities din po to Cora and our partners. And at the same time po, I feel like I'm waiting for the right project. So, medyo nagde-decline lang din po muna ako right now because hindi po din kakayanin. But someday, you never know po. You never know po. Ano pong meant to be.
Yan, grabe.
Miss Tony, nung umuwi ka rito, di ba, parang magi-start ka na naman from zero. Siguro with your showbiz career, if you reconsidered it or your advocacies, paano kang nag-kick off ulit sa mga advocacies mo? Mahirap yung mag-establish again, di ba? Coming from the US.
Yes po. So I guess entertainment-wise, the show that had offered for us to come back, I think it's, what was the title again? Baka meron sa comments makakaalala. Is Relay here? Is Relay is here? Parang ito na kami ngayon or iba ka pala ngayon. Something like that. Ayan, aantayin ko sa comments. May magta-type dyan. But that show in itself gave us a platform already to just talk about why we are coming back. Also to highlight our hometown, Angeles City, once again. And then at the same time, the opportunity that I was able to work with both Viva, with ABS-CBN, and of course with GMA. So all the networks po actually, so we're very much welcoming po. So we were able to continue those things because of that. So grateful to be welcomed in that way.
Yung mga yung mga advocacies mo, how did you launch? How did you start with your advocacies? Kasi Cora, malaki na siya ngayon di ba? Marami ng members, maraming sumusuporta, lahat ng activities nyo, jam-packed ang supporters nyo. How did you start it up? Paano mo
Oh my gosh, actually, that's another wonderful story na medyo it happened once again, parang siguro meant to be din po, but it also taught me a lesson na kapag meron po tayong gustong gawin or pangarap, lalo na if it's to help others, wag na po talaga tayo mag-hesitate kasi it really started with conversations with my friends. So yung kaibigan ko pong si Zara Banal, ayan. So she's a wonderful friend of ours na part din ng barkada namin. So because of our barkada, we were able to just do a simple evening or a simple day of giving back. So kaming dalawa ni Zara, 2 years namin pinag-usapan, ano bang pwede natin gawin para makatulong kahit once a month. Tapos sama-sama tayo ng barkada natin. So that was sina Cheska Garcia, sina Danica Soto. So kami din po magkakasama, pinag-usapan namin yun. My gosh, 2 years namin pinag-usapan bago namin talaga siya na-bring to life. Pero nung na-bring to life namin siya, na talaga maging consistent kasi we wanted it to keep continuing. Ayaw naman po namin na parang mag-start lang tas matigil. Tuloy-tuloy na po siya talaga and it's what it became na today po. So 5 years ago po yun. So from one simple day, na nakita-kita po kami magkakaibigan, tapos kasama nga po yung mga anak pa nila, nag-pack lang po kami ng mga lunches and meals na I'm sure lahat din po kayo yun ang ginagawa ninyo, kahit sina Miss Rowena, sina Miss Wing, yan din po yung ginagawa po nila parati din. I think we all do that naman po, we make those efforts. But the key aspect there was, because nga po sa mga nabanggit nyo kanina, yung pagiging entertainment industry ng ibang barkada namin, na-post po namin, na-share po namin yung ginawa namin, and because of social media, may mga na-curious po. So, nagkaroon po ng suporta yung mga projects, yung movement, because of friends that cared and that also had a platform online na may followers sila, and also because of social media being used for good. And at the same time, for people na that were online, nakita po yun, shinare, at nag-ask kung paano po sila makakatulong. So, that's a lot of the people watching right now as well. So, thank you to all of you.
Yeah. Paano yung Miss Tony, paano ang structure ng Cora? Kasi hindi kayo lalaki ng ganyang kalaki. Kung yung mga tao, kasi minsan ang tao sa umpisa lang nandyan, di ba? After a while, nawawala yung suporta. Pero with Cora, ang tao, dire-diretso yung suporta. At the same time, dumadami yung memberships nyo. How do you go about it? How do you manage Cora? Ano yung general structure that keeps Cora growing?
Wow, honestly, I would say it's always still the people that care. So whether it's our team internally, the people of Cora that care inside, that have helped us get here, and we never really say that anyone has ever left, because there have been a lot of people that we've met on our journey. And sometimes, nandyan, babalik, it's also a cycle. So to us, it's a continuous growth of building these relationships internally, and also of volunteers that have just been coming to us, joining our events, introducing themselves, sharing the missions online. And more than that, one word that I think that we really, really need to always remember in everything po that we do is consistency. Kasi, one word, consistency, kasi we could start something, pero kung hindi po natin tuloy-tuloy gagawin, kung hindi po magiging consistent yung dedication po natin, yung consistency natin to learn more, to build more relationships, whether it's partners or people that we love. Sabi ko nga po, ang Cora, it's really meeting volunteers that became friends, that became family. So that consistency, yes po, and also the faith, holding on to faith, because syempre hindi naman po natin pinag-uusapan usually publicly lahat ng problema natin, but we all have challenges, whether it's inside Cora or whether it's personally, but really keeping the faith and staying strong and resilient, and you have to keep going, never give up. Keep the faith and never give up. And also keeping the faith that if your mission is there, because hopefully it's going to change even just one life. Kasi yun nga po, we can't think of it, kailangan thousands po kaagad ang apektuhan natin. Ang focus lang po natin is, what can we do in our own little way? And somehow it multiplies. Parang kami po, ilan lang naman po kami magkakaibigan, pero if you have faith and you believe that you can make an impact even in a small way, miracles happen, it multiplies, and it grows po.
Yeah, oo. Tungkol dun sa ibang advocacies mo, can you explain to us yung tungkol dun sa Sustainable Planet na you are the founder?
Yes po. So, because of our initiatives with Cora, syempre, napag-uusapan po yung mga plastic pollution, and not just that po, really talking about how what we are going through all over the world with climate change, the things that are happening in the environment, including the pandemic. Sabi nga po natin ng pandemic, it's a zoonotic disease. Ang ibig sabihin po nun is, it's a disease na nag-transfer po from animals to people because of what's going on, how we invade wildlife spaces. We invade environments or natural habitats where animals are. Oh my gosh, I see my slideshow on the screen. Nagulat naman po ako. When we speak about those things po, parang masasabi po talaga natin na interconnected yung issues when it comes to people and the planet. Hindi na po yan nahihiwalay, because the health of the environment is directly connected to the health of human beings. So when it comes to plastic pollution, it affects us most of all, bukod po sa biodiversity, bukod po sa ocean and the environment. And then, when we speak of livelihood din po, we also want to say na we want to try to make it so that our initiatives not just help the environment, but also empower human beings in the process, empower each other, empower our countrymen. So ang Sustainable Planet po, we got inspired to help support different livelihood initiatives across the country. So some of them would be products from indigenous communities, whether it's bamboo straws or other products as well from all over the country. And then at the same time, products po from women communities. So we're also working with different groups na nagtatahi po, and not just po nananahi, but using items na galing po sa, nagamit na po before. Like for example, from flour sacks. So we're able to take flour sacks from bakeries at natatahi po yun ng aming mga community of women. Actually, magsha-shoutout na po ako sa Samala community ng Rizal. Sila po ang aming mga partners. At napaka-galing po nila. A group of moms, teachers, educators din po, na ang dami po nilang iba't ibang ways to also make money. So it's really incredible to see na when we empower women, we not just empower them, we empower their families, we empower their children, we empower their communities. So that's very, very important to us. So things like that. So being able to help support local products. Kasi when we support local products, we support the people that create these products, and that's our countrymen. At sa totoo lang, ang mga produkto po natin, ang gaganda po niyan, ini-export po talaga yan all over the world. And even when it comes to our natural resources, we have some of the most beautiful and precious resources that we truly have to protect. So once again, loving local, supporting local products supports our people and our country. So yun po yung
galing.
Miss Tony, in what way do you support yung mga local yung mga indigenous tribes para dun sa mga produkto, and how do you help them market these products? Kasi you have the means, you have the access, nasa sayo lahat yung pwedeng maitulong sa kanila para lumago yung kanilang kabuhayan in terms dun sa kanilang livelihood.
Oh my gosh, actually hindi ko masasabi pong matitake namin yung credit for all of that. Kasi what we really wanted to do was help support these initiatives that already exist. Kasi napakarami na po natin mga livelihood programs across the country. Pero ang pinakamalaking issue po ng mga produkto minsan na ginagawa ng ating mga kababayan, from indigenous communities to vulnerable communities to women's communities, is the fact na minsan hindi na po natin sila nasusuportahan, hindi po sila nabibigyan ng exposure or promotion.
Yes.
So kumbaga po, we really want to say thank you to the different non-profit organizations, social enterprises, the different groups, also of course from the United Nations to the government, na nagbibigay po ng suporta sa mga grupong ganito. So nandyan po of course yung DTI, yung DENR, yung UNDP, at napakarami pa po. So with us, nakaka-discover lang po kami ng magagandang initiatives. We hope to discover more. And what we're really trying to do is give them more exposure, promote them more, talk about them more. Para po hopefully kung pag-uusapan pa natin, i-share natin yung mga kagalingan ng mga produkto nila, mas aasenso po sila at yung communities nila. And of course, yung mga partners na tumulong din po sa kanila para maangat yung buhay nila with capacity building, with learning more. We're also able to help support them as well.
Yes, so pero paano mong financially, tapos yung in terms of effort mo, how do you support all of this considering ang dami mong advocacies and naka-spread out ka all throughout the Philippines? You're so productive, but how do you do it on your own? What do you do first hour in the morning hanggang sa matulog ka? Ano ang ginagawa mo para kaya mong gawin lahat yung gusto mong gawin?
Oh my goodness gracious. Nakakaya naman pong isipin kasi honestly, I once again, I go through the same struggles as everyone. First and foremost, I will not take credit for really financially supporting everything that we're doing kasi everything really started with also the help of people and resources, which is why we learned about sustainability. Kasi nung mga unang feeding programs din po namin, kung wala talaga po kaming makukuhang tulong at wala naman po kaming masyadong alam lalo na nung umpisa, lumapit po kami sa mga kumpanya na may mga excess food products. Kasi actually maraming mga stores and brands na hindi po nabibenta minsan yung products at baka mag-expire na pero hindi pa po expired at pwede pa po yun ipamigay. So kung naglalakas lang po tayo ng loob, na humingi ng tulong, pwede rin po nating makuha yung suporta na, ay, ito, kailangan nila ng extra food. They have products, they can divert it to these different groups na humihingi din po ng tulong. Ika nga po, sponsorship. So, doon po namin natutunan yung tungkol din po sa food waste at yung epekto po nito sa planet at syempre kung gaano rin po kasayang na ang dami din po palang nasasayang na pagkain na pwede po palang mabigay sa mga nangangailangan. And then of course, now today where we are 5 years later, napakalaking tulong din po ng funding support, lalong-lalo na ng programa namin ngayon ng USAID and all the groups and donations that have helped us, like yung mga brand partners po namin. So, through small efforts, nagkakaroon po ng mga little ways para po masuportahan yung mga proyekto. Pero sa proyekto po talaga yun. When we talk about the people at Cora, everyone has really been a volunteer. Talaga pong sariling sikap at pagod na wala talaga pong kapalit bukod lang po sa tulong na binibigay sa mga tao, lalo na po sa first few years. So once again, thank you to the people. And shifting back naman po sa sinabi ninyong schedule ko, oh my gosh, it's still a learning process for me because once again, we're very busy and the issues of the world don't stop. They're actually, sad to say, they seem to be getting worse and worse. But of course, we also see more people really having more awareness and really being more inspired to do more. And I'm included in that kasi kahit naman ako po, dati naman po, hindi ako lumaking environmentalist or very active in these activities. So parang nangyari lang naman din po talaga sa akin to the last 5 years of my life. So it's never too late or too early to start. So ang dami rin natin action. So balancing the work is difficult. I will really admit it. But I try my best to learn from experts, to learn from those that really teach us that rest is necessary, not just for our physical strength, but for our mental strength, even for our mental health. Kasi kung pagod po tayo, naku, ayan na po, dyan na rin po magsa-start, nakaka-trigger din po yan ng depression, ng anxiety, ng stress. So we really need to learn how to balance and enjoy the rest and not think guilty na, naku, din nagpahinga ako, hindi na ako nagtrabaho. No, kasi hindi pwedeng 24 hours a day. We won't be able to do the things we need to do. And I've learned that the hard way. If we don't rest. And of course, once again, beginning in the morning, sabi niyo po, what do I do first thing in the morning and before I go to bed? Siyempre po, clearing my mind, clearing the space of my heart and my mind, and praying to the Lord po, siyempre talaga. Praying for guidance and help. Kasi we can always do our best and we can plan. But the events of life will continue to happen, and all we can do is do our best, try to stay strong, try to adapt to the things that are happening around us, and have faith that we will always be guided and protected, lalong-lalo na if we try to just be there also for the people around us that need us. Tayo-tayo lang pong makakatulong sa isa't isa.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maricon?
Yeah. Miss Tony, since pandemic tayo, last year to this year, ano yung ginagawa ng yung advocacies, yung organization nyo with regards or to adapt dito sa pandemic situation na meron tayo ngayon?
Oh my gosh, speaking of our organization po, pwede po bang bumati lang? Kasi ang dami ko
Oo nga, dami.
Ita-touch po ako ang aming volunteers. Relay Lazatin, if you think no one cares, Cora cares! Ayan, sinasabi po namin yun dati. At Nelly Sarmiento Katapang, praying for guidance. And of course, hello to Larlet, Mystica Leona, Alvin Aquino, Ann Katrina Pilarta, Vicky Lauresta, Elma Lagman Alcantara, Lerma Liwanag, Manlin Jose Manulid, Vibrant Chaudrea, El Christine Meneses, Vicky Lauresta, Brigida Pilapil Vidal, sabi, hi Olive. I love it. And maraming salamat po muli sa ating mga guests this evening. And yes, bringing it back to what we've been doing sa pandemic, nung nag-umpisa din po, hindi rin po namin alam kung anong gagawin namin kasi pare-pareho lang po tayong lost. Parang what is happening? This is such an unfamiliar place to be. Wala po tayong experience in this. So, I guess the one thing that really sparked us and helped us do so much more was, oh my gosh, speaking of help and volunteering, sina Miss Weng. So, nung nag-umpisa po yung pandemic, nagkataon na, I guess, syempre, nandyan din po sa spirit nila yan, sa grupo nila, sa papel and panulat, no matter what. And pag nasabi natin na yung nagsama-sama na naman yung mga tao na nagsasabi na ano bang pwede natin gawin ngayon, guys? Sana makatulong naman tayo. So, nandiyan yung mga chat groups, support groups online, nagte-text-text kami. Hanggang sa, ayan, nag-volunteer din po sila. So, ayan, ako po nagtatatawag na kami ng mga sponsors or people that would be willing to donate food, to donate proceeds, to donate vegetables, and then, syempre, with our team of volunteers, sina Miss Weng, sina Miss Nora, and of course, their husbands, their children, their families, their friends, mga kasama nila sa LGU ng Pasig. Oh my gosh, kung di dahil po sa kanila at ng mga volunteers sa Cora, sina Kuya Mike, everyone, sina Joe, hindi po natin malilink lahat na nakapag-deliver po kami ng mga vegetables from farmers to meals also, to hospitals, to frontliners, also to communities in need. Mula po sa mga nangangailangan dito sa Metro Manila, sa NCR, pati po sa mga iba't ibang indigenous communities across the Philippines. Nangyari po yun, and only because, once again, of volunteers that care. Kasi, syempre, pandemic po yan, and nakakatakot din po isip na lalabas tayo. Pero, I guess, syempre, pag sumusunod po talaga tayo sa protocols, which pinakinggan po namin lahat yon, yung mga protocols, parati po kaming protected, of course, with protective masks, face shield, and making sure na we're really never removing that when we're in areas na talagang napaka-busy. But more than anything, we really have to think of what we can do to help others during those times. And we're grateful na nagkaroon po kami ng opportunity to do that. And most especially because of the donors out there, the partners, and our volunteers po.
Miss Tony, paano mo i-compare yung nararamdaman mo when you're doing your advocacies now sa naramdaman mo when you were very popular as a showbiz personality? Kasi parehong siya di ba? People-based. Yung advocacies mo, mass-based, then yung showbiz is mass-based din. Pero sa'yo, what do you feel? Paano mo siya maiko-compare? Ano difference nung sa showbiz tsaka sa advocacies yung sa nararamdaman mo?
Oh my gosh! Wala naman po sigurong magbabago dun when it comes to the people that we connect with. Kasi at the end of the day, it's still about connecting with people. And when I was in entertainment, ayan, na-moment tuloy ako, naluluha ako. So it's almost the time of, naman,
Bakit, Miss Tony, may naaalala ka ba pag pinag-uusapan natin ang showbiz?
Ay, nako, baka hindi po yung iniisip nyo. Hindi naman po ako sidekick, pero feeling lang po ako sa tawa po. Of course, connecting with people, yun na nga po. I don't really call them my fans. I call them the friends that I've met because of the entertainment industry. Grabe po, nakakataba sa puso yung suporta nila, whether it's that realm, which is super entertainment, or this one, which is advocacy work. That's why I try my best to bring in my colorful, hopefully entertaining, fun self to the spectrum whenever we talk about things, and hopefully more and more and more of my music as well. And I look forward to doing more of that and hopefully bringing joy to all of you. Alam ko rin request nyo yun parate. Ako nga po, nahihiya na ako minsan. Pero dahil sa inyo, dahil nagre-request kayo at sinasabi ninyo gusto nyong marinig, gusto nyong makita, ayan, nawawala din po yung hiya ko. Parang hindi showbiz ko yun. Lumalakas din po yung loob ko. Na-inspire ako mag-isip ng mga, pwede ko pang gawin ng mga kanta, pwede ko pang gawin na ma-post para sa inyo talaga. So keep sending me those thoughts and ideas, and I promise you, there are a lot of things coming up very soon.
Yeah, okay.
Time check po tayo ngayon is 9:18. Miss Tony, may nagtatanong lang dito kung may plano daw po kayong tumakbo sa politika.
Ay! Wala po. Mabilis ko masasagot yan. Actually, ang daming nagtatanong talaga. Pero hindi, po, yan, I never say never, pero baka yan po yung isang hindi. Kasi, and it's not really anything negative naman din po. I just feel na, syempre napag-isipan ko yan before dahil sa mga tanong din sa akin parati ng mga tao. But I also learned, I learned from the great Gina Lopez din po, na sabi nga po niya na, we don't necessarily have to be in the government. We don't necessarily have to do the government work. It's not the only way to help people. But we need to work with the government in
Yeah.
order to create change. So I'm happy to be working in partnership po with the different government institutions, and of course with our lawmakers and with our political leaders that believe in the same goals that we believe in for building a better future, not just for the Philippines, but for the entire Earth, for the entire planet. So, to make a long story short, tumaba pa po no? Pwede namang sabihin no. Pero, no talaga, and I'm just very happy po on this path, and I hope that we can continue doing this work, working side by side once again, with our local government and of course with the United Nations.
Amen.
Miss
Yes, tita.
Miss Tony, how do you support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in your own personal capacity? Paano mo siya sinusuportahan?
I feel the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs, the global goals. Actually, meron akong ginawang rap about that. You can find that video on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ANTOINETTE. Nag-promote pa po no? Pero
Oh.
I feel when we look at it, it's really just kind of rounding off the little things like about saving water, finding more ways to save energy, or of course, in bigger ways for governments to transition into clean energy. But for me, it's really just like every human being, I guess. Once again, our little efforts every single day na
Awareness.
not to waste. So whether it's not wasting energy, not wasting water, not wasting products or anything that we have, from our clothing to packaging, to the food that we eat, and also at the same time really making more of an effort to ask more questions and finding more meaningful ways to make an impact on people's lives. I feel like when you think of those really simple things that we've been taught since we were young, it's the same thing as already supporting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Kasali din po dyan ang sinasabing partnerships. So pag sinabing partnerships, even what we're doing tonight is already a partnership, because we come together to talk about it, to bring more awareness to the things that need to be spoken about or that we need to take action on. So, in our own little way, we're all advocating for the global goals, as long as we're thinking of others and as long as we're thinking of our impact on the planet. And that means not just our words, our impact on people and people's hearts, our impact on inspiring people or bringing people down. Also, our actions that may hurt others or may hurt the planet, but that can also powerfully uplift people and the planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, may tanong ako na lang, curious lang ako. Nasaan na ngayon ang puso mo, Miss Tony?
Hindi ko po sure kung ano ibig sabihin niya, but hindi po ako. Napag ganun talaga sa hair. Single po. Hindi rin po kasi, I guess I'm an advocate of women not pressuring themselves, and not just women, but any human being pressuring themselves when it comes to even things like love, whether it's work, love, advocacy. As I mentioned, I only started doing this in the last 5 years, and I am now turning 40 this year. So, you know, we never really should put a timeline on the things in our lives, including, I would say, marriage. Well, of course, having kids definitely has a timeline, but there are ways to prepare for that too. Pero siguro, ibang topic na po yun. But I guess never pressuring ourselves, whether it's love or anything else. And for me, hindi naman po ako naghahanap din talaga. I feel so fulfilled and happy in what I'm doing that if maybe the Lord has that meant for me, then it will come along, and I'm sure I will know and I will feel it. I promise I will let you all know. Or sige, pag-sure na sure. Pero wala po talaga right now.
Galing.
Ang puso ko na sa work, na sa family, na sa friends with kay Lord.
Will you still find time, despite your busy schedule, to find the right one? Yeah, the one?
I think it's not, kasi I think we should all not be trying to find them. I think we should live our lives, because our lives and the experiences that we go through, the places we go to, the things we do every day, always make us intersect and meet so many different people, and you never know. But the thing is, kasi it's really not about trying to find it or force it. If someone really is making an impact on your life, they will make an impact and you will notice. So I guess just be open. don't look for it. Just be open and accepting, and really, minsan kasi 'di ba, pag nagfa-find pa tayo, my gosh, or mga nagfa-find in the world, sakit pa ng ulo. Ay, hindi, wala pa yun. I feel like it's better to just receive it as a gift pag dumating. Malalaman mo because they're there to uplift you. They're there to make you happier, not to stress you out and give you problems and stress, and not to break your heart. Sign na yun kagad na hindi yun maganda. Siyempre, ang challenges naman, normal lang naman ang challenges. Hindi yun nakaka-heartbreak. So if someone's not making you happy, that's already a sign. So just look for the light. Look for the love. Look for the what brings you joy and happiness in your life. Yun yung gift. And if someone's a gift in your life, maybe, pero pwede din kasing friends lang. Don't always jump into conclusions. So, just wait, analyze, follow your heart, wag magmadali, and accept that love can be a gift, yes, but many other ways of love and many other forms of love in this lifetime can also be a great gift, not just romantic love.
Wow. Miss Tony, kasi malapit na daw po yung birthday nyo. Marami kasing fans nyo dito ang nagtatanong ano daw po yung wish ni Miss Tony sa kanyang birthday at nagpapabati sila lahat. Marami sila dito. And isa na po dyan si Vibrant Chaudria. Yeah. So sabi niya po dito is, advance happy birthday, Tony. We wish you all the happiness and advance in all areas of your life. We are one with you and your mission. Yan, yung mga solid fan ni Tony. Yan, ano daw po yung birthday wish nyo?
Ay, honestly po, para sa ating lahat ngayon sa mundo, feeling ko pare-pareho naman tayo ng mga wish ngayon sa buhay natin araw-araw is really truly good health. Good health, and of course not just COVID but overall health, physical health, mental health, and beyond that, not just for me, but of course for our loved ones, for everyone around us. Less pain and suffering across the world. I guess for me personally din siguro, dahil nga po birthday ko, sabi nila, for me personally, also just long life then, good health and long life to be able to continue doing these things that we're doing, to be able to be with the people that we love, the volunteers, the Cora family, my family, with all of you, to be able to continue this wonderful, wonderful, incredible journey na kahit napaka-challenging and mahirap din minsan, talagang really has brought so much meaning. And I hope it's brought meaning to the lives of the people that are also working with us and doing all these things with us. So, yun po talaga, and really be able to impact the lives of more people. Na sana po talaga what we're doing can help more and more and more and more people as long as we live. That's my ultimate dream po talaga. And of course, to be able to hang out with all of you in person again. Ang ating mga friends of Antoinette, friends of Tony, nahiya akong tawagin ganun. But thank you so much. Sana magkita-kita na tayo soon, even virtually. Promise ko po yan, lalo na for my birthday. Hopefully, matupad ang wish nating lahat for that very soon.
May nagre-request kung pwede daw pagbigyan tayo ni Miss Tony na kumanta siya. I think tatlo ata yung nag-request dito. Actually, may nanonood sa atin sa KSA, sa Saudi Arabia, sa US, sa Indonesia, and we also may from Davao, from Batangas, Bulacan, including in Bicol region. Meron din po tayo sa Quezon, meron din po tayo sa Cavite, Laguna. So, all over may Rizal. So, from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and all over the world, may nanonood po sa atin. Lalo na po sa US, si Sir Alvin Aquino. So, hello po. Grabe. Yun, nag-request mo sila. Baka daw po pwedeng mag-sample. Ang dami nila dito. May from Aurora.
Thank you so much for being here. Usually, actually, napaunakan ko pa, pero hindi ako prepared po tonight. I mentioned, meron pa tayong to come. Malay niyo po whether it's here again on Top Life Channel, but I'll be announcing very, 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 very soon. Para naman po may konting suspense.
Oo, nice.
Thank you so much to everyone.
Nabuhayan sila. Nagsilabasan from Pangasinan, USA, UAE, may Japan, hello, Indonesia, Malaysia, Caloocan, so from Pasig. So, grabe. Hello po sa inyong lahat na nanonood. Grabe, ang daming po kasing comments, hindi ko na po maisa-isa. So, tapos time check now is 9:29 p.m. So, it's almost time. Pero hihingan ko po si Miss Tony. 5 years from now po, ano po yung nakikita nyo sa inyong mga projects, sa inyong mga advocacies? Nasaan po kayo doon?
5 years from now po. Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, we have a number of programs naman kasi right now that para sa amin long term yun, yung aming mangrove rehabilitation for the woman grove warriors, yung Clean Cities Blue Ocean. But more than anything, I guess the only thing I hope for is continued growth. Sana po talaga mas dumami pa yung ways and means to create partners not just in the Philippines but across the ASEAN region, the Asia Pacific region, and across the world to keep building these initiatives so we can all work together, so we can help each other. Yun po talaga, yun po yung dream ko na continuous growth so that we can all keep working together. And one last bate for everyone. Shout out Elma Lagman Alcantara, Joy Jeyotina, Ethel Christine Meneses, Larlet Mystica Leona, Eileen Serrano Luge, Vicky Lauresta, Rolay Lazatin, sana hindi ako magdoble-doble, Rebecca Vasquez Perez, Larlet Mystica Leona, Rosalie De Vera Ruiles, Manilyn Jose Manulit, Ler Maliwanag, sino pa ba yung mga nakita ko dito? Vibrant Chaudrea, Nelly Sarmiento Katapang, Marites Dumandan, Rowena Cruz, Eman MVS. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And once again, of course, kina Miss Weng, kina Miss Nora, to everyone sa LGU ng Pasig, and to the Cora volunteers and Team Tony. I love you all, and I'm so grateful that you were here, not just in this show, but even the webinar before this. And I look forward to seeing you soon. See you online. Catch my updates, of course, on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at Antoinette Toss. And of course, for Cora, it's at We Are Cora and at Planet Cora. God bless you. At maraming salamat po, Miss Con. And Tita O!
Yes.
Tita O, any message po?
Yeah, hindi. Very privileged kami and overwhelming yung aming, we're so grateful and thankful for having you at you spend time with us and our viewers tonight. Ano yung pwede mong you can invite them sa mga future na projects ng Cora, Tony? Yung schedules nyo, you can invite them over.
Yes po. Well, sa ngayon po, dahil lockdown, syempre nagko-comply po kami sa mga, or GCQ po, enhanced GCQ. Talaga nag-update na po tungkol sa quarantine situation po. Hindi ko po magbigay ang ultimate update, dahil hindi po ako ang expert, but syempre we always comply to the regulations and the laws. So, our volunteer events, naka-hold po talaga muna ngayon. But very, very soon, as I mentioned, abangan niyo po yung updates sa aming Facebook and Instagram and Twitter page. Our accounts are at Planet Cora and at We Are Cora. So we have tree planting initiatives, coastal cleanups, feeding programs coming up really, really soon. And of course, tuloy-tuloy lang po ang aming mga webinar series about different topics from plastic pollution, climate change, renewable energy, and so much more. So abangan niyo po yan lahat on our pages.
Yes. Maricon?
Thank you. Yes, gusto ko lang pong magpasalamat before we end our show. Gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa lahat ng nanonood sa amin ngayon. Yung nanood ng live sa aming YouTube, sa Facebook, at yung mga naki-chat sa amin. Ang dami yung mga message. Iisa-isahin pa po namin ito mamaya kasi hindi po namin siya mabasa sa sobrang dami. Thank you so much. We appreciate po dahil kayo po ay naging aware at not just Miss Tony ang guest namin, but because of her advocacy. Salamat sa support. And to all the LGU of Pasig and lahat ng mga LGU partners ni Miss Tony sa kanyang mga projects, maraming salamat sa inyo. Sa lahat ng mga volunteers, thank you. On behalf of Hearts That Listen Friday and Talk Live Channel, thank you so much for guesting our show, Miss Tony. Grabe, sobrang nakakataba ng puso sharing your advocacies with us. Thank you. Kahit ako, parang sabi ko, ay, meron pala talagang nag-i-exist na gano'n. Nakala ko lang dahil artista, meron lang silang create ng mga projects na gano'n. Pero yet, yung sa inyo po ay tinuloy-tuloy nyo. Yeah. So, grabe. Marami kayong na-touch na buhay, not just because individual lives, but as well as our planet Earth. Thank you so much and God bless.
Gosh. Maraming
Yes,
salamat po, Miss Con and Tita O. Maraming salamat po, of course, to hashtag Hearts That Listen Fridays and to Talk Life Channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Yeah.
God bless. God bless
God
everyone.
God bless
bless.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.